Welcome back, guys. Video number 5 of my New Holland lx885 turbo Cummins swap. So here's some progress from the last video. It's gotten quite well put together. Got my fuel tank all good. It's all sealed up, you know, nothing moves or anything. I got a nice good seal for this half of a union. Seal that up, and then the fuel, I can remove this rod from, this is one big large tube that goes through this weld-olet down to the bottom of the tank that I can remove if I have to. Then with the union I can remove that. And then so fuel to the motor, return line, that's the stock fuel level sender, so at least I know how much fuel I'm using in this tiny little tank. Starters on. I have the positive cable down there somewhere. Yeah, it's just chilling back there, so I'll hook that all up here eventually. And turbo, the exhaust manifold, turbo is plumbed into the intake. I know you guys enjoy this color. It's sweet, huh? It's about what all I have. Got the alternator on, and I got the lower radiator hose adapter dude mounted. I had another one, but it dumped directly into this into the motor mount, so I had to switch it with another one that I had. So if anyone planning on a swap, remember that guy. And then still have room for the fan, not a ton of room. I have not tried to see if the fan shroud would fit yet. I'll find that out soon. Yep, and then you can fill it just like the original. See, fill it right up, right through the back. I got my oil cooler lines hooked up. They're not tightened yet. I got to do that still, but I just wanted to get them all hooked up. They kind of got a little bit tweaked around putting this motor in here. I did rotate the engine, and hydraulic fluid did come out of this line. When I rotated it, just one revolution, and quite a bit came out of that line. So at least I know that it is pumping fluid in here. So cool deal. And we'll move over to this side. I got my throttle linkage kind of half-assed hooked up over here for the bell housing bolt. It's not, you know, it's not 100%, but you know, it's pretty stiff, and I'm gonna see how well that lasts. If I have to make a different one, I will. If it kind of gives me problems. And then I had to extend the throttle linkage for doing that. You know, this is a fairly cheap, lightweight steel. It goes in here. I forgot I actually have to ream that out just a hair to get that in there. So it's just been chilling here. But everything else is on over here. Let's see. What else do I got going on? Yeah, that dude's on. So for the wiring part of this whole deal, which is going to be the fun part, so there's a glow plug on the New Holland that I don't have for this. I think it's an intake glow plug that, you know, it turns on, then it heats up, and then it sprays some diesel fuel into the intake and introduces it into the motor as you start to crank. Well, I don't have that, and I won't have that. So I have to go through and kind of see what will and will not work as far as starting. So do I have to have the glow plug to start it, or do I have to have the fuel pump that is no longer there? You know, there's a fuel pump that's going to be gone that I don't have anymore. And things like that. I'm still trying to kind of dive in and try to figure out what all goes to where. I know I have some oil pressure sensor stuff that I need to figure out, and air intake stuff. Oh, and my air intake box, I was was super happy I was gonna be putting this on here, but then I plumbed it all into the turbo, and then when I went to put this back plate on, it was too tight. So there is a possibility that I can still use it in here, but it's gonna be a freaking tight squeeze. I'm hitting somewhere. It's gonna be a real tight squeeze. I don't know if I can do this or not with the alternator here and that guy. I might have to think of a different option as far as an air cleaner goes, one that will perform well. So if you guys have any suggestions on a slimmer, sleeker style air intake that will fit here and possibly go into this area right here, that would be great. So if anyone has any comments, that would be great. I would greatly appreciate it. I have to figure out what to do with the exhaust, either because the original one goes out this hole right here, and well, this dude's just kind of laying here, so don't mind that. So I don't know if I'm gonna come up and try to squeeze through this area and try to come out here. I'm not sure yet. I can't quite go around the backside because of the oil, the hydraulic fluid. So I'll probably end up having to do something crazy like that. Maybe I have to take this bracket off and maybe come this way with the exhaust. I might have to get a heat shield so I'm not gonna burn that sucker. And then muffler and maybe out here. So we'll find that out too. Suggestions are welcome, because you know, this is super fun for me. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm probably gonna have one more video explaining the wiring part of this whole deal, and then after the wiring is done, it should be a fire up video. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. And then I'll take a bunch of pictures, post them on Facebook or whatever. Follow me on Facebook and go to my, well, you don't have to follow me, but you can go to my equipment repowering page and follow this build there too. Tons of pictures, more information. If you're thinking about doing this, yeah, it's all there. So go to that page of mine and follow it. All right, guys. Peace.